Okay, guys, week 1, day 2, it's our skill day. We're gonna quickly go over all of the things that you're gonna see. We're gonna do it every 2 minutes for 5 sets, 10 to 15 kip swings, either on the rings or the bar, and then every 2 minutes for 5 sets, 15 to 20 seconds, both in a deep support hold and a regular support hold, so up at the top. Okay, so we're gonna quickly go over those 3 things. On the ring kip swing, this is super important that we do these right. This is not just flailing around on the bar and like silly old kip swings like you do in a warm-up, right? Let's be intentional with these. I want to think about keeping my shoulders behind my ears, or if you want to think about keeping your ears in front of your shoulders, that works too. The whole time that I'm doing these, when I'm kipping into my hollow position, I pull the rings back, or when I'm in my arch position, I pull the rings back. When I'm kipping, I push through, but keep that hollow position so that my ears stay in front of my shoulders the whole time. Okay, I'm going to quickly demo a few of those where I'm pulling back on the rings and then pushing through. Okay, ring kip swing. I'm going to hop up. Okay, I'm going to get that swing going. Pull back, push through. Notice that my feet are together and my ears are in front of my shoulders the whole time. Okay, a nice tight kip swing. If you're doing 10 to 15 of those for 5 sets, your shoulders are going to get a pretty good workout by the end of it, okay? Make sure that your form looks good. Make sure you're pulling back, pushing through, feet together, body nice and tight, okay? Same thing on the bar, really quickly. I'll go over it. I'm going to just scoot you guys a little bit this way. So, same thing on the bar, but that bar can't move, so you're just looking to keep your center of gravity right underneath the bar as we go, and thinking about less feet, more abs and shoulders, okay? Think about push the ribs down to the belly button to go back, all right? And then think about pushing the belly out as far as you can to come through, okay? So our ring swings, feet together. All right, nice and tight. Now, one thing that I want to stress here, guys, keep your darn feet together, okay? There's 2 ways that your feet can be, together and not together. Those are the only 2 options. They're going to be together, okay? They're touching. Feet are touching. There's no excuse for them not to be touching. Everyone can put their feet together. Do it, all right? Easy enough. For our support holds, I'm going to scoot you guys again. Sorry. To here. Now we can get the Matador in there. I'm going to demo both of these movements on the bar first. I got the Matador dip. Like I said in the workout video, if you don't have a Matador, you just don't have access to one because you're not doing it at this gym, or you're just doing it at home, or you're traveling, or you're doing it at another gym somewhere in the world, right? We're gonna use you can use boxes instead. Set up a box on either side of you for your holds, okay? So for the Matador, if you're using that, I want you to be facing out, okay? This is gonna mimic a much better position for our shoulders. Facing in, put your shoulders in a pretty bad position, and really just going forward, just a pro tip for you, you're getting some extra value here. You should always do your Matador dips facing out, okay? If you use these Matador dip things often. Going in like this and hunching over and doing your dips, really bad for your shoulders. Going out like this, where your palms are facing slightly out, really, really good for your shoulders, okay? So that's just one thing going forward. Always face out. Deep ring support or deep support hold to start. We're gonna start at the top, okay? I like to cross my feet. That's totally fine with these. You're gonna lower yourself down real low and hold 15 to 20 seconds. It's a nice active hold. You're gonna be pressing up the whole time. Not all the way up to the top, obviously, right? But pressing so that you don't just fall all the way through. I want your elbows, or I want your shoulder to break the plane of your elbow so that you're like below parallel, I guess you could call it. This isn't a squat, but you'll be below parallel in the dip. So one more time, start at the top, lower down to that below parallel position, and hold. 15 to 20 seconds, it's gonna get hard, okay? Then you're gonna go straight into as quickly as you can, the top of the either dip or ring support hold, and just hold it right here. A little bit easier on the Matador. This is still pretty hard on the rings though, okay? So holding this 15 to 20 seconds. On the rings, I'm just gonna scoot you a little bit more. On the rings, it looks exactly the same. You can do it on the tall rings here. I'm using the tall rings just because it's going to be easier for me to show you. But definitely do it on the low rings if you're still starting out or you can't get up to the tall rings. Okay, so for the deep ring support hold on the tall rings, we're just going to go catch at the bottom of the dip, super low in that dip. I want you to catch and hold it 15 to 20 seconds. Okay, I'm just going to stay up there so I don't have to get up there again. And once I'm up there, 15 to 20 seconds at the top of the dip. Okay, so really quickly, I'm going to show you each of these. Okay, quick bottom of the dip, hold here. Okay, 15 to 20 seconds. And then at the top, hold here, 15 to 20 seconds. All right? Now, when you're doing this in the actual workout, if you want to take a little bit of a break before going straight into the support hold at the top, you're welcome to do that. But don't wait too long because you've only got 2 minutes before you've got to start again with the deep support hold. Okay? Quick note on the rings that's just slightly different from the bar. On the bottom of the dip hold, I want those biceps touching the rings, okay? Just like with the feet together, they're either touching or they're not. There's no in between. So biceps touching the rings, and if they're not touching, you're not doing it right, okay? So go a little bit lower. If you need to put your feet on the ground, start by putting both feet on the ground, getting to where you need to be, and then start slowly taking one off and then going into your tiptoes on the other one so that you can add a little more pressure, but still be where you need to be deep in that hold, okay? For the top of the dip support hold up on the rings, turn those palms out, okay? It's gonna mimic kind of what we have by facing out on the Matador. Your shoulders are gonna be in a lot better position. This is a lot better for you than it is to be hunched over here holding at the top, okay? You can just tell by looking at this that this isn't good, right? But this is nice and strong and solid. It's the best you can. Turn those palms out, okay? If you can get them to face all the way out front, then you're a gymnast. Congratulations. But at best case, let's just go a little bit out as opposed to hunching over and just giving in, okay? Skill day, guys. I hope that's helpful. With the skill days, the videos will be a little bit longer because it's important how we do these things more so than just doing them to build strength or conditioning. We're working on getting really, really good at these things. So if you have questions, reach out about the skill day for sure, and we can talk about it. And if I see you around the gym, you're more than welcome to ask me to, and I'll even look at your form for a little bit if you want to. Good luck with this day, guys. It's not going to be super hard. It's not going to be crazy. The holds might get a little tough, but really, really focus on doing everything well, and that's the key.